So this is my Les Paul, and as you can see, I've removed the PCB wiring simply by squeezing these clips right here and pulling. And I've also removed this cover for the switch guard, and here they are. And the first thing I did, besides, well, because these don't require any additional steps to remove them, but for this, is originally like this, and it was more like this. It was a little bit off, and how I got this off is just like slightly go like that, either with your fingers or I took some, like this bottom part of my shirt and wrapped it under here and pulled up. The idea is not to put uneven pressure, which would cause it to splinter. So just apply somewhat even pressure up and down, not sideways or be over in the pots or something. And then just unscrew the stuff, and then you pull it out. And here's what it just comes out in a single thing. And I'm replacing, well, the reason why these are off is because I intend to shield them with copper tape. And I intend to replace this wiring with this setup. Here are the readings on it. This is 477. This is actually a kill pot, so you can see that. When you go like that, it cuts off all output, so you can just tap it. I intend to turn this into a variable split for the humbucker, so all the way to the left, or like at 0 is a single coil and 10 is a humbucker, and I chose the highest value for this so it's as close to as the original humbucker as possible. And then the other tones are just all roughly equal. And so that's what the goal for this. I'm just going to take a reading on, I've already measured this as 470, but I'm just going to show you again. So you make sure that's all the way open, all the way to the right. Black in the middle, or ground, negative, and hot or positive on the top one. As you can see, it continues to decrease until it reaches the final point. And I guess this time it goes to 471. Oh, no, alright, 470. So that's the reading for that one, and I'm just going to repeat the process for all of these potentiometers. So this is the copper tape I bought. And as you can see, it simply peels like most tape, or stickers, or whatever you're familiar with. So I'm going to take this and apply it here, and maybe I might cut a small strip for here and here, but the emphasis should be on the middle. And the wood grain, I think, comes like right about there, so anything past this point along the edge is basically irrelevant. So it's really just this inside portion right there that needs to be done. So this is the finished product, and as you can see, it required a lot of smaller pieces to get the more exact coverage, but didn't take that much. I'm now about to push back all the necessary cloth and solder the grounds. For this one, I think I'm going to solder from here on the side to up here or something, since this looks like carbon fiber and I don't want to mess with those solder joints. And I thought I'd give you all a glimpse of my wiring diagram. It's all coded for the Gibson colors, so you can see red and black from the bridge pickup is tied together because that's the finish of two of the both individual wraps. And this one you can see this is the split coil, so I'm sending the green and white wires to the middle and then sending that to the output. And for here you can see that I'm wiring it in a 50's diagram model. Hey guys, so I'm just about to solder the ground wires, and as you can see, I've pushed back the cloth. This one's going to go there, and this one's going to go there. And we're going to cut another one that goes from this side here to there, and then I'm going to take this, which goes from the bridge to ground. I'm going to solder it here, and then I'm going to have to cut these tabs off. Alright, so as you all can see, I finished my grounding soldering. I might touch that one up. That one was kind of tricky. I had to take it out, but considering this, to my knowledge, can't be soldered, I soldered on the side there. Then there's that, and as you can see with the tape, I actually soldered it in here. I figured it'd be easier and more exacting if I put it where it will be eventually. So now I'm going to take this from the bridge and cut it and solder it right there, and then I'm going to untape all of this stuff and cut the connecting quick connect wire things off. So we're now entering the point of no return. So I'm going to cut this top off and essentially have a 4-lead pickup wire. So I cut it off, and now I've stripped the wires. I tried to use the small setting right here, but it was actually smaller than that setting, so I just cut, or not really cut, I just kind of pinched one way and then pinched a little bit this way and then pulled up, and it came off. So now I'm just going to solder them to the respective joints with white and green going there, red going to volume, and the blacks going to ground. I have now I removed this white thing that was on there that said neck, and I stripped some more of this black wire and peeled back this it's like aluminum blue foil, and then I wired the red wire to lug number 1, I believe that is, on what is the neck volume. The bare and the black go to ground, the white, the green go to the middle of what will be the variable split potentiometer. So I'm now going to I'll likely do the bridge now. Alright guys, this is where I am now. I followed the same pattern with the bridge pickup. Excuse me. And with the bridge pickup, I'm not going to do the split, at least right now. So what I've done is I've taken the finish, 2 finishes for each side of the pickup, and I wrapped them together and put them on one of these sleeves and then taped it. So it's there if I ever need it. And put the white to the volume, green and bare to ground, and then I also did the grounding for both volume pots there and there. And now I think I'm gonna move on to the switch, and then after that I think this is finished. Alright, and here we are on the final stage. So I cut the tops off both the switch and the jack. Revealed all of the wires. Now I'm going to follow this little guide I followed or created. So rhythm is the top position, which means this red is rhythm, and the opposite is true with the bottom, with the bridge, the treble position, and then the middle is green. There is just kind of like the neutral, which goes to the jack, and then the black and the bare are ground. So it's bridge, neck, and jack. Hey guys, so here's the finished product. It may look kind of messy, and indeed it is kind of messy, but it works. I've tried it, and there's much less hum and buzz than there was. All of the functions work. The kill pot works. The split coil actually does work, maybe even too well, because the disparity in volume between single coil and humbucker is quite significant. An initial mistake I made two mistakes I corrected. One is I replaced all of the other covers with electrical tape, and that really helped with the hum and the buzz that I got when I first tried this. And I also this is the output jack ground, the shielding on this, so I shielded it to here and to here, and yeah, there's almost no hum or buzz on this. Yeah, and that's about it. 50 style wiring is the middle lug on the volume to the third lug, I believe that is, of the tone, and ground the second. And modern is third lug on the volume to second lug on the tone, ground the third lug. So here's modern, and here's 50s, and here's modern. So you can see that it's basically the opposite. And I know at 50s, when you roll off the tone, you lose some volume, and in modern, when you roll off the volume, you lose some tone. So it's really just whatever you want most when you roll down your volume or your tone. But at 10, it's the same. And that's about it.